Welcome back. Let's start with a pretty wild idea. What if the future of everything, our phones, our cars, our entire power grids, wasn't powered by some rare, expensive metal, but by the very same stuff that makes our bones strong? Today we're diving into a breakthrough that could make that a reality.
Yeah, it sounds like something straight out of science fiction, doesn't it? But scientists are getting incredibly close to making powerful, rechargeable calcium batteries a real thing. This could literally be the key to a cheaper, safer, and way more sustainable energy future. But to really get why this is such a massive deal, we first need to talk about the current king of batteries.
All right, first up, the lithium ceiling. Let's talk about why the batteries we all depend on every single day have a pretty big problem looming over them.
I mean, just think about it for a second. The phone in your hand, the laptop on your desk, maybe even the car you drive, everything runs on lithium-ion batteries. For decades, they've been the undisputed engine of our portable, electric world.
But here's the catch, and it's a big one. The global supply of lithium is limited, and it's mostly found in just a handful of places, which makes it expensive and, let's just say, geopolitically complicated. Plus, scientists are kind of hitting a wall. They're struggling to squeeze any more performance out of the technology. So yeah, the hunt is on for what's next.
So if lithium's reign is starting to look a little shaky, who's the next contender? Well, that brings us to an alternative that has scientists super excited, but until now also incredibly frustrated.
And here it is, our potential new champion, calcium. It is the fifth most abundant element in the Earth's crust. It's cheap, it's safe, and in theory, it can pack a serious energy punch. So, what's the holdup? Why aren't we all using calcium batteries right now?
This table really lays it all out, doesn't it? When you look at abundance and cost, calcium just blows lithium out of the water. I mean, it's not even a contest. But there's that one little issue in the challenge column, ion mobility. And for decades, that has been the absolute deal breaker.
Okay, so this is the real heart of the issue. The best way to think about it is like a highway. Inside a good battery, you need ions zipping back and forth super fast. But calcium ions, they're bigger and they have a stronger charge, which causes them to get stuck. It creates a total gridlock on a microscopic level, and it just grinds the whole battery to a halt.
So we've got this massive problem, this molecular traffic jam. But the solution? Honestly, it's brilliant, and we're getting to it right now. By the way, if you're enjoying these simple breakdowns of complex science, do us a quick favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what we tackle next.
All right, so for the longest time, that calcium traffic jam seemed completely unsolvable. But then a team of researchers had a genius idea. What if, instead of trying to clear the old clogged roads, you just built a brand new dedicated superhighway for the ions?
And that is exactly what a team at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, or HKUST, went and did. They didn't just make a small tweak, they completely reimagined the battery's internal structure from the ground up.
They came up with something called a quasi-solid-state electrolyte. Yeah, I know, it's a mouthful, but forget the jargon. Just think of it as a smart gel. It's not quite a liquid, and it's not quite a solid. And its entire purpose, its one and only job, is to be that perfect high-speed superhighway for those stubborn calcium ions.
So how in the world does this superhighway work? Well, first, they create this really cool structured framework with tiny, perfectly organized pores. Then inside those pores, they line the walls with these special chemical groups called carbonyl groups. Think of them like the perfect guardrails, creating a smooth, slick path. And just like that, the calcium ions can finally flow through quick and easy. The traffic jam is gone.
So a superhighway for ions sounds amazing, right? But the billion-dollar question is, does it actually work when you put it in a real battery? Well, the team put it to the test, and this is where things get really excited.
Just look at that number, 1,000. The new prototype could be charged and discharged 1,000 times and still keep working. Now, to put that in perspective, longevity has always been the Achilles heel for calcium batteries, and this result just blows that problem right out of the water.
And this chart really shows you what that means. After all 1,000 of those cycles, the new design was still holding on to almost 75% of its original energy capacity. That is a gigantic leap forward. It shows us this isn't just some quirky lab experiment. This could be a real, viable technology.
And the other numbers just seal the deal. It has a high specific capacity, which means it stores a lot of energy for its weight. That's absolutely crucial for things like electric cars. The other data basically proves that their ion superhighway is working exactly as designed. allowing for really fast charging and discharging. Professor Yoon-Sob Kim, who led this amazing research, he really summed it up perfectly. He said this isn't just a small improvement. He sees it as a truly transformative step toward a sustainable alternative to lithium.
So let's bring this all home. What does it actually mean for you and me? It means we're a huge step closer to a world where the batteries in our cars and the massive batteries that store solar and wind power are made from a material that is dirt cheap, incredibly abundant, and way, way better for the planet. This just opens up so many possibilities, right? So I have to ask you, if you could get your hands on a super long-lasting, cheap, and powerful battery like this, what's the first thing you would want to power with it? Let us know your ideas down in the comments. I'm really curious to see what you all come up with.
If you found this as fascinating as I did, do me a favor and share this explainer with a friend who'd be into it. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep exploring.